All right, let's get straight to it. Listen to this. You're not unmotivated. No, your brain, it's been trained to waste energy.
Okay, so let's really dive into this. If you want to get what's happening, you've got to understand the core mechanism, the system running the show inside your mind.
Okay, so deep inside your brain, there's this network. It's called the reward system. It connects some really key parts, like the prefrontal cortex. That's the bit that helps you make decisions. Honestly, you can just think of this whole system as the engine, the thing that governs your drive to do, well, anything. It's literally what pushes you to get up, to go after things, to achieve.
Now, here's where so many people get it wrong. It's a huge misconception. We're taught to think that the chemical running this whole show, dopamine, is the pleasure molecule, that it's the feeling of pleasure. But that's just not true. Dopamine is the molecule of motivation. That's the key. It's the go signal in your brain. It's the chemical that screams, hey, that thing over there, that's important. Go get it. It's all about the anticipation of the reward, not the reward itself. It is the very thing that makes you act. And this right here, this is where our modern world throws a massive wrench in the works. See, our environment today has become almost perfectly designed to hijack this very system. Just think about it for a second. Things like pornography, the infinite scroll on social media, all those super fast digital rewards you get in games. These things aren't normal stimuli. They create these massive, unnatural spikes of dopamine. We're talking way, way higher than our biology ever evolved to handle.
So what does your brain do when it's constantly flooded like this? Well, it does the only thing it can do to protect itself. It starts shutting down. It literally closes off its own receptors to dull the signal. There's a name for this. It's called dopaminergic desensitization. And here's the real kicker. Your entire baseline for motivation just drops. You start to find that you need a bigger and bigger hit just to feel that same little push, that same level of drive. It's a paradox, right? You need more to feel less?
And this creates this silent, creeping consequence in your life. All the normal, healthy stuff, it starts to feel blah, less rewarding. Pursuing those big, long-term goals, suddenly they don't motivate you anymore because the effort just feels impossibly heavy, especially when that easy, instant hit is right there, waiting in your pocket. And I really need you to hear this. What you might be feeling, it isn't a character flaw. This is not about being lazy. What it is a biological condition. It's a dysregulated reward system, a brain thrown completely off balance by an environment it just wasn't built for. Now, let's talk about one of the most powerful activators of this entire system, your sexual energy. Biologically, that energy is designed for one thing, to create powerful, focused action. But when that gets hijacked by these same short, artificial reward cycles, well, it stops driving you forward. Instead, it starts draining you completely. Your most potent, life-giving energy is just being scattered to the wind. But here's the good news. This is the turning point. The state you're in, it's not permanent, not at all. You absolutely can break the pattern. You can reclaim your focus. The moment you start to intentionally cut back on these artificial hits, something amazing happens. Your brain immediately starts to heal itself. Your dopamine receptors, they start waking up again, recovering their sensitivity. And slowly but surely, that natural motivation for real-world stuff, it starts to come back. So you might be wondering, what happens to all that energy you were just wasting? Well, what happens is pretty incredible. It doesn't just disappear into thin air. No, it gets conserved. It starts to build up inside you like a reservoir of power, just waiting for a command. It changes direction. See, instead of being scattered outward on all these cheap, meaningless distractions, it turns inward. It becomes this powerful internal resource you can actually use. And what's the first thing it becomes? That raw energy gets converted into a clear, sharp, unwavering focus. And then, that focus starts to harden. It solidifies into the steady, unstoppable force of discipline. The actual ability to do what needs to be done, day in and day out, no matter what. And finally, discipline transforms into pure execution. The power to not just think or plan, but to act, to build, to create things in the world. So you see, the point of all this isn't to kill your desire.
It's not about eliminating this powerful energy inside you. The real goal is to simply stop training that desire to always go for what's easy.
Because at the end of the day, having all the energy in the world means absolutely nothing if it's just leaking out in 1,000 different directions. It's never been about how much energy you have. It's about the quality of your direction.
So, the only real question left for you to answer is this: what is your direction?